Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, it's going to be an Oulton Park race day. This is the Ferrari challenge and it's my first ever race and I'm just ecstatic. So obviously we were driving there, I was reading my book of course, and this is actually a place that my dad has been coming to from the 1950s, so basically from when he was born with my granddad, so it has a very special place in our heart. And my dad hasn't been here for like 50 years, so it was such an exciting day being able to see like just cars in general and just be able to like watch them go around the track. The race actually wasn't until 3 o'clock, so we just saw some cars go around, just doing a few laps. We mooched around, mainly had a look at the Ferrari cars, and I was more interested in the old cars than the new ones. I won't lie to you guys, like me and my dad were getting really excited of this Dino, and yeah, that's just kind of the vibe. I really like old cars, more so than modern cars in general, but I can appreciate a modern car. However, there was a McLaren car here. You will see it in a bit, I think, and this McLaren was more popular than the Ferraris, which just made me laugh so much. But I really enjoyed this day. Like, it was just magical being able to be in a place with my family and just see cars. Like, I've really got into cars recently. I've always enjoyed cars since being a very young age, but I've just recently like really got into like wanting to go to see races and things like that, which I think my dad's really happy about because it means that we can enjoy something together. This day was actually perfect. It was glorious sunshine, and this doesn't really happen often in the UK, so I was like, oh my god, it's a beautiful day. Like, it's just so amazing. It just made everything perfect. And the parade was so funny because you would just watch cars like go past and then they just stop, and then they zoom off and then stop. I had to put it on double speed for you guys, so they are going a bit faster than they should be. But this day was just magical, and I can't put it into words like how much it meant to me. This was actually my 21st birthday present from my parents to go see this race. We were going to go to the British Grand Prix, but it was a bit too expensive, and it was a bit out of our comfort zone for money wise, so that's why I went to this Ferrari race instead, which still was amazing, and I would highly recommend. You literally can park up on the grass in front of the racetrack. You could sit in your car and still see the race. Like, what racetrack is like that? I don't know. And it was just fantastic, and we got the chairs and we just sat there and just was right in front, and it was absolutely amazing. In the future, I would love to go to the British Grand Prix here, because the F4 happens here, and that's kind of like the closest thing I'll be able to get to the F1 for a long time, because your girl is saving up for that, but we have big commitments that we have to do. But yeah, this was just amazing, and I'm just going to let you watch me the racing now. In between the racing though, I did read my book just a little bit, and we had like a picnic tea, and it was really nice. Picnic lunch. It was really nice. This is the McLaren I was on about, by the way. Like, look at this beautiful car. Just look at it. It's absolutely stunning. It's just beautiful. This car my dad really enjoyed. He actually saw him like, if that is an original, like, oh my god, it turns out it wasn't an original, but still was beautiful. I saw this car, and I think it was one of like a racer's car. Well, it is, because it's got a name on it, but I was like, oh my god, so cool. Saw this old car, somebody just brought it. I think they must have driven in it, but I was like, this is a cool car. Not everyone's favourite, but there was just so many Ferraris. But after the parade, most of the Ferraris had gone, so it looked like people had just come to parade their Ferraris and then left again and not stayed for the race, which, I mean, you know. I also sat in this car. Do you know how many cars are like this in the world? 7. It's a hybrid, and there was only 7 in the world, and I got to sit in it. I'm not showing you photos because my dad took really bad ones, but yeah, this day was amazing. I'm just gonna leave you now, and you're gonna watch some racing happen very soon.
Stumble home at almost dawn, wishing I was the reckless one. And you had the nerve to shrug. You said I'm skipping town a couple months. Picked up all your late night calls, took your crumbs, then none at all. God, I feel disposable. Slide down the door, I second guess. If all this tenderness was even real, I guess that my Achilles heel was hoping you could see me as more than just the way I make you feel. Oh my coyote, you belong to nobody, nobody. So why are you howling, howling to nobody, nobody but me? Made me mixtapes that you think I like. When my trust and steal my heart just like a thief in the night. And you know the sweetest words to say, up until you're bored of hunting prey. 'Cause what felt like solid gold has
It stopped for some reason, and I don't know why. Anyway, I sat in a really cool car, which was incredible. My dad tried to get some photos for me. I'll have inserted the photos when I took a video of the car, but there was like only 7 of them in the world, and it was a hybrid car. My mum was chatting to the guy when I got in the car. It was so low, I hurt myself getting in and out of it, but it was incredible. Like, what? I sat in a car that there's only 7 of them in the world, like, what? I would have filmed better, but I am just not confident doing this in public. It's going to take me a while to get used to it, but I will get used to it. I should be used to it after 3 years of doing this, but I'm just not. I've never been there before. Now I know what it's like. I would probably do it, like, be able to do this, but in front of my parents as well, they don't really understand YouTube, so it's kind of a bit difficult. They support me, they just don't understand it. So yeah, it was an incredible day. The race was absolutely amazing. You would have inserted so many videos. Like I said, I couldn't talk because of the fact I was with my family and I felt a bit awkward, and I had to rush off this morning, so I would have done a separate intro for you guys, but so good. People there were like wearing like McLaren merch and Ferrari merch, and I think I saw some Mercedes merch. No Red Bull merch, but I just wore my Danny Rick t-shirt. I didn't want to wear any F1 merch because I didn't have any Ferrari, and I felt like I'm at a Ferrari race, I should wear Ferrari merch, but I didn't. I wore my Danny Rick, so I was like, I'm subtly wearing F1 merch, so if anyone knows what I mean by this t-shirt, then it'll make sense. I saw McLaren, and the guy was lovely who owned it. We were chatting to him, and yeah, it was really cool. Like, the people who were standing by the cars, like, if they got chatting to him, like, more people were looking at this McLaren than they were the Ferraris. It was hilarious, but it was an amazing day. I really want to do it again. It was at Oulton Park, and that's in Cheshire near me. I don't know how long, like, it took us like an hour to get there. It wasn't far at all. That's where my granddad used to race. He never like race, but he used to, like, in the 50s to drive your cars on the track, and my granddad used to build kit cars, and he actually crashed on the track. We were right by where he crashed, which I think was hilarious. And yeah, it was a brilliant day. The sun was out, it was glorious sunshine, as you would have seen in the clips. I have burnt myself, because even with sun cream, I still burn myself. It's quite entertaining. But yeah, it was such a cool day, and I really want to do it again. I think I would love to do it with some friends as well next time, and it was incredible. But I'm going to end it here because I am knackered. A day in the sun really does take it out of you, and I went to chill and read my books, so that's the plan. I'm gonna carry on reading The Love Wager by Lynn Painter. I might actually watch Fast and Furious. I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of feeling a film. But I know I need to read some, so I'm gonna get reading because I need to finish this by Sunday, which I can do. I've just not. I don't know. I think because I don't know, but you know, we'll get around to it. What was I gonna say? It's gonna be busy next week, which is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun, but yeah, I might film a week in the life. I don't know, but yeah. I really enjoyed today and I'm really happy like I got to film it for you guys.